"This place is good bones," the realtor said. She wasn't wrong. Old brick house, wraparound porch, cheap price. Too cheap, honestly. But when you're 28, married, and tired of renting crumbling apartments with moldy showers, you stop asking too many questions. Julie loved it instantly. Me, I noticed the smell. Not bad, just damp. Like the house remembered being flooded once and never fully dried out. We moved in on a Saturday. August heat, sweaty boxes, new keys jangling with promise. The first night, we drank cheap wine on the floor and talked about painting the kitchen. "I want to grow old here," Julie whispered into my shoulder. We fell asleep on a mattress that hadn't fully inflated, in a room that still echoed. Sometime around 2 a.m., I woke up to a sound, a hollow thump. Not upstairs, not outside, beneath us. Probably the foundation settling. I told myself. Probably. By Wednesday, the sound came back. Not loud, but steady. Like someone tapping on the underside of the floorboards with one finger. Tap, 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 tap. Julie heard it too. "Is it the plumbing?" she asked. We didn't have central heating. No radiator pipes. No pets. No trees close enough to scrape the siding. That's when we found the hatch. It was hidden beneath the rug in the hallway. A square cutout in the hardwood floor. No handle. Just a slight indentation on one side. Not on the house plans. Not even visible when we toured the place. "You think it's for storage?" Julie asked. I pried it open with a crowbar. A gust of cold air spilled out, like the house exhaled. Below, blackness. A narrow crawl space, maybe 3 feet high. Dirt floor. No insulation. Just wooden beams and spiderwebs like old veins. We both peered in. Something shiny reflected the light from my phone. "I'm not going down there," Julie muttered. Neither was I. Not then. We closed the hatch. But that night, the tapping turned into scraping. I couldn't sleep. The noise was louder. Not constant, but deliberate. Long pauses. Then a sudden drag. Like something, or someone, was crawling beneath us. At 3:47 a.m., I grabbed a flashlight and went back to the hatch. Julie sat up. "You're not serious." "I just want to check." 5 minutes. She didn't argue, but I saw the worry behind her eyes. The air beneath the hatch felt wrong. Thick. It smelled like mildew and rust. My flashlight barely cut through the darkness. I lowered myself in. Instant regret. My knees sunk into soft dirt. Cobwebs brushed my face. I crouched-crawled forward, flashlight trembling in my hand. A few feet in, I found a blanket, old, stained, child-sized. Next to it, a worn plastic spoon, chewed at the edges. That's when I heard it. A breath. Not mine. I whipped around, light flaring across wood and dirt. Nothing. But then I looked up, and I swear, I saw a face watching me from between the joists. Pale, smiling. I scrambled out, heart hammering. Julie asked what I saw. I lied. Nothing. Just rats. But that smile, I still see it when I close my eyes. I didn't go back into the crawl space for 2 days. I told myself it was nothing. Just junk from the last owner. A trick of light. A branch brushing under the house. Every excuse sounded thin, especially when Julie said, "You've been grinding your teeth in your sleep. Last night you said someone was breathing on your neck." I didn't remember dreaming, but the smell was getting worse. A sour, metallic rot that clung to the hallway like it had soaked into the walls. We bleached the floors, lit candles. Nothing helped. Saturday morning, we called a contractor. "Just in case," Julie said. "Maybe something's dead down there." He showed up in cargo shorts and a smile, head full of reassuring phrases. An hour later, he left without saying goodbye. Julie found his tools, still sitting by the porch. His truck was still there too. He never answered his phone. That evening, I opened the hatch again. The air hit me like a slap. Worse than before. Heavier, like something had been sweating in the dark. I crawled in with a headlamp and gloves this time, trying to follow the dragging sound I'd heard the night before. That's when I saw them. Small bones. Lots of them. Some were clean, picked dry. Others still had patches of something soft and brown on them. The blanket I found earlier was gone. In its place, a pillow. flattened, still warm, and scrawled into the dirt near the corner. "I listen while you sleep." I scrambled backward and heard a crack above me. Something shifted in the floor joists. A deep creak. Wait, someone was crawling over me. Julie didn't believe me at first, until I showed her what I found next. Lying in the far corner of the crawl space was an old, beat-up iPhone. Dusty, screen cracked, almost dead. I wiped it clean and brought it upstairs. The battery still held 6%. There were only 2 things on it: a blank contact labeled him, and a folder named Look. Inside the folder, 7 videos, each around 20 seconds. The first video was almost black, just a faint breathing sound and a low creaking, like old wood being gently pushed. The second was darker, but now the breathing was closer, rhythmic, human. In the third video, something came into view, a floor vent seen from below, like the phone was lying on the dirt, recording upward. Through the slats, we could see a woman walking barefoot. Julie. She dropped her toothbrush, bent down to pick it up. We screamed. The fourth video was of our bedroom, from beneath, through a knot hole in the floorboards. We were sleeping, arms curled around each other. The fifth showed Julie again, but this time she was awake, standing in the hallway, talking on the phone, crying. She didn't remember that happening. I did. That was the night I told her I saw rats. There were still 2 videos left. She refused to watch the rest. I did. The 6th video was taken minutes ago. It showed me, not sleeping, standing, in the kitchen, holding the phone, and behind me, something moved in the shadows, not walking, crawling. After that, we didn't sleep. We moved the mattress into the living room, sealed the hatch with screws, placed furniture over it. Julie taped over every floor vent and electrical socket, but the sounds kept coming, scratching from the walls, a quiet, slow dragging from a ceiling, and once, a knock from inside the bathroom mirror. Julie started whispering in her sleep. Sometimes she said my name, sometimes she said someone else's. I woke one night to find her sitting bolt upright, staring at the ceiling. "He knows we know," she said. Then she laid back down and didn't remember saying anything. By morning, the tape over the vents was gone. One night, I found a photograph sitting on the kitchen table. We hadn't printed photos since college. This one was grainy, black and white, poorly centered. It was a picture of us sleeping, taken from the ceiling corner. There was someone crouched behind the dresser, barely visible, but the eyes reflected light like an animal's. Julie screamed when she saw it. We went to the police. They searched the house, the crawl space, the attic. Nothing. They marked it unfounded. Left with sympathetic smiles and advice about stress. That night, I caught a glimpse of a face through the vent in the hallway floor. Wide, smiling. He blinked. He knows our names now. We packed to leave. No dramatic goodbyes. No emotional breakdowns. Just quiet urgency. Clothes, documents, cash. Julie didn't even bring her favorite mugs. "We'll get new ones," she said, trying to smile. Her hands shook too much to hold the keys. I took one last walk through the house, stupidly. Maybe to say goodbye. Maybe to prove to myself that we were overreacting. The photos were gone. All the ones on the walls, taken down. All our wedding shots. The family portraits. The fridge magnets. In their place, sketches scrawled in charcoal or pencil. Dozens of them, some overlapping. They were of us, sleeping, brushing our teeth, sitting in silence, all from high angles, vents, ceiling corners, behind furniture. I stepped into the bathroom. The mirror was fogged, even though I hadn't showered. Across the fog was a message, written by a finger. "Stay still. I'm almost out." I didn't scream. I couldn't. Something inside me just broke. A final snap of logic against something that didn't follow rules anymore. Julie was in the car. I ran. We peeled out of the driveway without looking back. 3 blocks away, the phone buzzed. Unknown number. I let it ring. Voicemail notification. I played it. Static. Then breathing. Then Nathan. "You forgot me." We moved in with Julie's sister 2 towns over. Big house. Lots of light. Hardwood floors. No vents. Julie didn't speak for a week. I barely slept. Every creak in the walls made me flinch. Every shadow felt like a face waiting to blink. The nightmares came back first. Not dreams, memories of the crawl space. But in them, I wasn't looking down anymore. I was looking up, watching Julie walk barefoot, watching her sleep, watching her brush her hair, and smiling. 3 weeks later, the police called. They finally found something under our old house. The crawl space had collapsed. In the debris, they found a room, a small concrete space, sealed off behind a false wall. Inside, a mattress, a knife, dozens of phones, and a journal. Most of it was unreadable, but on the last page, "If you can hear me breathing, it means I've already moved in." The call ended. I sat there numb, holding the phone. Then I noticed something. The floor vent. It wasn't there yesterday. It didn't belong to this house. And I could see two eyes just behind the slats. Watching. Waiting. He moved with us.